Hello Mithra, here is your 6105. Just looking it over, a few things that I see. The watch lived in a wet environment. You could tell that by the blackened loom on the hands and the dial. Seiko used a salt-based loom and it attracts moisture, and when it gets moisture in there it turns black. And so that's a big indicator for moisture inside the watch. Another piece of that is you can see the corrosion around the case back here. So this watch was definitely a working watch, and this went into the water. Somebody really did use it. Let's talk about, I guess, the basic stuff to start with. The condition of the movement. It looks okay. I can tell it's hazy and a little dirty. The winding weight is not, it doesn't turn as smoothly as it ought to. And the mainspring, which I turn here, it feels kind of thick and gluey, which means that it's going to be dirty inside. It's going to have old grease and oil and ground up metal and things from the mainspring working. It's not happy. Let's talk about the movement numbers. This is my time grapher, and you can see the line here progressing. Your watch, it says it's putting out 207 degrees of rotation, which isn't bad. It's not great. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's okay. But if we look at this, a Seiko putting out these kind of numbers should be very, very, very smooth. This kind of stuff where it's up and down and grinding, that tells me that there's wear inside and that it's dirty. These lines should be absolutely flat, nice and flat, even stuff. It says we also have a ton of beat error, and I'm not quite sure what's up with that. I usually only see this number, the best being 0.0, the worst being 9.9. I almost always only see 9.9 when there's an error. The machine can't get a clean read on the on the watch. There's only one line here, which I mean, it's either 9.9 or it has no beat error and the machine just can't get a reading on it. But I can tell you it's not a happy watch. It definitely needs a rebuild. Not happy. Numbers aren't bad, but honestly, with this, I don't trust the numbers. I don't trust that. I don't think that this is valid. I don't think that's a valid number. I can poke at it and see, but I don't know. Like this, see that up and down, and oh, it dropped, and up and down. And it's just not happy. It definitely needs some work. You need to tell me, are we just doing cosmetic cleaning on the dial? Are you going to have the dial reloomed, the hands reloomed? Do you want that stuff just left alone? You had talked about a crystal. That's fine too. We can do as much or as little as you want. But the first thing that needs to happen is it needs a rebuild. It has to have one, because if you want to use this as a timekeeper, it's going to need some love. Okay, there's your watch. Let's see what we can do with it.